Hi everyone, this is my Breville Dual Boiler. It's the BES9000xl, and I've had a problem with it where it was dripping water out of the steam wand whenever it was up at temperature and pressurized. And so took it apart and found out it was the valve in here that needed to be replaced. So this video shows you how to replace that. I searched online and couldn't find one, so I'm posting this in hopes that it will help simplify this for you. When I talked to Breville about it, this is a $350 repair, and you send the unit back to them, they fix it, $350. This is the valve. Bought this online, eReplacements.com, fixit.com, sell it, but they were out of stock, which tells me this is probably a common problem. I found this one at Forum Appliances, which is a Canadian company. I found this for $49.54 Canadian, so that's about 40 bucks. The part is this SP00173. It's a ball valve complete kit. So here's the video, hope it helps. This is a BES9000xl, and I've been having a problem with the steam wand. You can see that it's dripping, so when the system is on and builds up some pressure, you get this small drip out of the bottom of the steam wand, and I'm going to show you how to fix that. Tools you need: a Phillips head screwdriver, small Phillips head screwdriver, small pair of pliers. There's a couple small clips that you have to pull out, and then a Torx driver. This is a T20 to remove screws in the back. So the first thing we have to do is take off the top of this coffee maker so that we can get to the valve, which is going to be in here. This is the valve as it opens and closes. The valve is right behind here, so I have to take the top off. To do that, there are two Phillips head screws up underneath here. One on each side. First one's right here. The second one is right here. So I'm going to take those out as the first step. Okay, the next step is to remove the screws in the back. So this is where you use the Torx driver and take out the screw right here. And the one on the other side as well. Okay, so now you have these two screws removed. This top will come right out. Okay. Turn this so we can see. Don't pull it too hard because there's lots of connecting wires under here. Now this right here is the valve that we're going to replace. Now to give us more room to move this top out of the way, I'm going to take off this back panel right here. So there's two more Phillips head screws, one here and one here, and then this will come out. Okay, now you have the top off, so now we have to get to removing this valve. Here's the steam wand opener closer. Let's pop off this plastic cover. I've already gone from the inside and used a blunt end of a screwdriver to pop this off. It just snaps on. We'll put that aside, and then let's remove the handle. You can see there are three Phillips head screws here, so let's take those out. All right, with the three screws removed, this pops right off. Now there's another screw in the very center of here that we'll have to take out as well. This is also a Phillips head screw right there. All right, so with this center screw removed, you can work this out. That comes off. And now we have to take the valve out. There's a couple of clips in here that you remove. first, so let's take off this wire clip. So you slide that clip out. There's the top clip. There's one more in the bottom. See it right here. So I'm going to take that one out as well. Okay, and on the top, so now once you have the clip out, this pops right off. And so the next, I'm going to take out these two screws, and then we can take this valve completely off. Okay, with the screws removed, now you can just, and that bottom clip is removed also, so you can just take the valve and you can pull it right up. Okay, and here's the old valve, one we just took out, and the new one, all we have to do is pop this clamp off the old one and move it to the new one, and then we can put that aside and install the new valve. One tip on this, so my new complete kit valve did not have the O-ring in the top connector. It did have the one on the bottom. I don't know if this was a mistake from the factory or if it comes like this. I didn't want to mess around with pulling out the O-rings, risking damaging them, so I've just, I'm not going to use the new one. I'm going to stay with the original one. The O-rings both look good. They're both in there, and so I'm going to reinstall the old connector here onto the new valve. Installing the new valve is simply working in reverse. We're going to slide this hose into the bottom, maneuver this into the clamp. We have the two screws that we have to install here and here. We have the metal clip for the hose down at the bottom. We have a metal clip for the hose up top. When installing this, I recommend you first put a little pressure on this and get that bottom clip in before you put any of these screws in. It'll make the job a little bit easier. Okay, so now we have the valve is installed. We'll check, we got the clip on the bottom hose, a clip on the top hose, two screws securing it, so that's nice and secure now. Go back to the outside. I want to install this again. There's one screw in the center. If you look in here, there's a small dot on the plastic mold, and that corresponds to this open and close. So the valve has got to find where it fits in here and connects into the valve. This fits in now. You can see that you have the range to open and close the valve. So with that, we can put a single screw in the center, snug that up. Okay, so now we have, this is installed. Now you want to hook the lever on, so I just turn it to the open position and know the valve, the lever here corresponds with open, so it fits right in here. Make sure you have it in the right place so that the open and close is in the right location. Reinstall the three screws. Okay, now you just reinstall this plastic cover. You just put it on and snap it in, put it pop right in. And now you're done, and we're ready to put the top back on the cover. So working on the back again, we're just going to flip the top back up. Try and work this back into place. We have this back panel that has to go in first. Tighten the two screws on the bottom. Get that back in place, and then we'll attach the two screws in the back. Okay, we got torque screws back in, the back cover's back. Okay, we have the top screwed back on. It was just the two Phillips head screws that we removed from up underneath the front. The two Torx in the back panel is installed. I'm going to put the water back in here, turn it on, let it build up its pressure, and we'll see that we've fixed the leak by replacing the valve. This fixes it, and so you can see there's no more drip here, which is great. The repair wasn't all that difficult. It took me probably less than 30 minutes to pull this apart once I figured out how to do that.